Big boyz exhaust. Stage 3, Hayabusa exhaust tips. Stage 3 contains 2 baffles, 2 chambers, and a steel mesh race resonator. The reason why when you push in Google search, who makes the best exhaust tip for the Hayabusa, Big boyz exhaust keeps popping up is number 1. All the forums talk about Big boyz exhaust being number 1. Only reason why, well, there's many reasons why. Stage 3, we used thicker steel as our triple chrome exhaust tip. That first makes a deeper tone. We also build our own thick steel insert to go inside the tip. As the air enters the first chamber, it's met up with the first baffle. That right there mimics your old mid-pipe. As the air squeezed through that first baffle, out of that first chamber, into the second chamber, it's not only met up with the second baffle, but it's met up with a 5-layer deep steel mesh race resonator. We do not use fiberglass in our exhaust tips. A couple of customers at 200 miles an hour blew them out, so we started figuring that's why there's fiberglass repacking kits. Fiberglass eventually hardens up, makes a different tone, or it blows out. So you can never blow out a Big boyz exhaust resonator. You can never blow out the inside of the exhaust tip in any form or fashion. If you can, you send it back to Big boyz exhaust and we'll send you out a brand new tip. What stage 3 does, since the air is entered into the first chamber, met up with a baffle, into the second chamber, met up with a steel mesh race resonator, this chamber here, it thinks it's running through its old mid-pipe. This chamber here, it thinks it's running through its old exhaust muffler can. So what we've done is we've completely mimicked what was on the bike before. So there's no PCs involved, there's no larger injectors involved, there's no tuning. These are plug and play. Just stick them on, have a good time. We use NHRA approved clamps, National Hot Rod Association clamps. I pre-greased these myself for an easy installation. You're going to want to clamp tight. If you feel any wiggle back and forth while you're clamping down, you need to continue to clamp tighter. Warm your bike up to 200 degrees, or when your fan comes on, let the bike cool off. Metal likes to contract and expand. Just make sure that your 7/16 nut on the end of the clamp could use another quarter turn or a half turn. If it's completely tight, you don't want to pop the clamp. It is not Big boyz' responsibility either for people clamping down. Our exhaust tips create so much back pressure that people have blown the tips off. So you're going to need to go tight on your clamps, people. All right, Big boyz exhaust. These are for the 08 to 2018 Hayabusa. Big boyz exhaust has been in business for over 14 years. We're the innovator on eBay. One of the first 2 to ever make Hayabusa shorty tips. Now there's 4,000 exhaust dealers on eBay. Big boyz exhaust. www.bigboyzexhaust.com. BIGBOYZ exhaust.com. $224.95 plus shipping. We use the post office, so all deliveries show up in approximately 2 to 3 days. If it gets to the 5-day point, don't freak out. Your order is on the way. It's possible we have new chrome on the way. We want to send out the best. Show quality. 727-325-4792. I'm the owner. You can ask for Todd.